Never let it be said that BMW doesn't know how to celebrate a birthday. This is the M5 30-year edition. It marks 30 years of the M5, and it's a collection of staggering numbers. It's got 600 horsepower. That makes it the most powerful car BMW has ever built for the road. It'll crack 62 miles an hour in less than 4 seconds, and it costs £92,000. Today, it goes up against its little brother from the M range, the M4, and we're going to find out which is faster on circuit, and first, which is more fun. There is no greater rivalry than a sibling rivalry. On paper, the bigger M5 has the M4 covered. It's more powerful and it's faster in a straight line. But which is more fun on circuit? We're starting off in the M5. First impressions, it's massive. I feel like a small child sat in here. Alcantara steering wheel. Nothing makes you want to drive fast more than an Alcantara steering wheel, so let's do just that. This is the Bedford Autodrome South Circuit. It's only 1.4 miles long, but it packs in everything. We've got this really tight little complex here where you have to be neat, and it leads onto the first of two really long straights. And this M5, 600 horsepower, it's mighty down these straights. It's so fast. It's a good job we've got these carbon ceramic brakes. We need them here. This car's so heavy, it's so fast. We need brakes that can put up with a proper hammering. If we were on cast iron rotors here, I think we'd just melt them in no time at all. I'm so impressed at how well this car copes on track, given that with me on board and a tank of fuel, it's over 2 tons. Hustling this car around the track is all about getting the front end locked in. If you go in too hard, if you go in too fast, you'll just push on in understeer. Despite having a load more power and a load more torque, we've actually got better traction in the M5 than we do in the M4. It feels more controlled under power than the smaller car. That car can get completely wayward when you stand on the throttle. This isn't so bad. Actually, it's staggering how capable this car is on track for something that weighs so much. It shouldn't be cut out for this stuff at all, but really, it seems to be enjoying it. But let's be honest, M5s are famous for one thing, and that's dicking about, so I know what you're thinking. The M4 is lighter, it's smaller, it's more agile. It's going to destroy the M5 around this track, right? Having driven this thing, I'm really not sure. This thing is so fast down the straights. I think this is going to be a close one. Back in the M4, this is more familiar territory, not least because this is my car. Well, sort of. It's my car for 6 months, and I'm running it on Evo's fast fleet, and it's mighty. It doesn't have the punch of that M5 down the straight. We're best part of 10 miles an hour down on the M5 at the end of the straight. But it feels so much more nimble, so much more agile in these corners. As good and as surprising as that M5 was on the circuit, yeah, this M4 is just much, much more adept. Through this scary, fast, late braking chicane, this thing is just planted. Where the M5 wallows a little bit, this thing is just absolutely secure, and into this quick left-hander as well. It's pinned, it's absolutely pinned. The front axle on this car is outrageous. There's no understeer in the chassis at all. It means you can turn in at outrageous speed, and it just holds that line. It holds that line all the way through. Incredible, incredible amounts of turning grip. Whereas on a road, this M4 can feel wayward over undulations, over compressions. On this flat circuit, the chassis is just brilliant. I can brake later in this car. I can carry more speed into the corners. I don't have the same speed down the straight, but everywhere else this car is much, much quicker. I can't call this one. Genuinely, I can't call this one. As impressive as the M5 is then, the lighter, smaller M4 is more fun on track, not least because it's even better at this sort of thing. But can the M4 overcome its 170 bhp power deficit to set a quicker lap time? This is power and brute force versus lightweight and agility. With the M5 on the left and the M4 on the right, we're across the line. The more powerful M5 hits 130 miles per hour at the end of the straight compared to 126 miles an hour for the M4. The M5 reaches the brake board ahead of the M4, and it's still ahead at the exit of the chicane. Look at the curbing in the bumper cam footage. We're through the quick left-hander, and at the entry to the third gear corner, the M5 is still in front. But the M4 carries more speed into that corner, and it holds a tighter line. By the exit, there's barely a metre in it. Again, the M4 is faster through the next left-hander. By the exit, it's got its nose in front for the first time. The M5 puts its power advantage to good use and hits 138 miles per hour at the end of the long back straight compared to 132 for the M4. Now look back to the in-car view. The M5 has caught up again and there's nothing in it. But the M4 carries more speed through the tight, twisty complex, and it's back in front by a few metres. The M5 accelerates harder towards the finish line, and it begins to close the gap, but the M4 crosses the line first by a whisker. In the end, the M4 is just over 0.2 of a second quicker than the M5. We never could have predicted that the outcome would be so tight. The big M5 runs the M4 surprisingly close on circuit then, but on this occasion it's a win for the M4 and a win for little brothers everywhere.